Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Diane Lupo, and welcome to Roland Comtois Soul Stories, a show to entertain, inspire, and inform you on some interesting topics. And now your host, author of Signs of Spirit from Llewellyn Worldwide Publishing, Roland Comtois.
Oh, I couldn't.
You started off laughing. That's not good.
I couldn't sleep last night. I heard there was an asteroid as big as the Empire State Building going to pass Earth. I was very nervous.
I think I've been hearing that since like first
Well,
grade.
so I did a little research.
We
and
used
I
to
was,
practice
oh my
hiding
God.
under our desks.
Thank God. I mean, so there was a report saying there was an asteroid as big as the Empire State Building that was going to pass by the Earth, and I was no, I wasn't panicked. So
You were in your pool last night,
that's
right?
true. Oh my God. It was 63 degrees. It was cold as anything,
like a penguin.
but it was amazing. But there are no asteroids, but there's a lot of reports of strange things happening out there. Out there in the universe.
Ooh.
How big is that universe? That I'm really interested in learning and discovering. How many planes are there? How many multi-universes are there?
Well, let me ask you, as a medium,
Yeah.
right, you're hearing stories from the other side, but how about beyond that?
Well, there are a lot of interesting things that are happening. First, I got to tell you, though, my daughter came to the house and she said, "Dad, you're not normal."
She just figured that out, huh?
She said, "I think you're an alien." And then this thing came
my
in the mail
gosh.
exactly as she said that.
Taking UFOs seriously.
So there's something interesting here. Now, this is not my normal conversation to have, and I don't normally share what I feel about those things.
But there has been more and more in the press, and I know the Gaia Network and all has done a great job of bringing some hidden secrets and buried, information to the surface. But it seems like they're making it a little more mainstream, it's a little more palatable.
They are. So, as a medium, as a channeler, as a guy that feels things, I'm beginning to understand that we are now bridging beyond the normal place of conversation.
Oh, interesting.
And that there's more to talk about. There's more to discover. I mean, I sit there at night and I look out at those stars and I see, and as I'm writing in my next book, the first chapter, about these glistening lights that shine across the sky, I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be something else. There's got to be more than just that one level, right, or that one plane. I mean, you know what this article has said? I mean, this is the thing that I find astounding. They're saying now that the Navy has permission to report these sightings, to report the things that they're seeing. And just like you said a minute ago, they're now taking the idea of UFOs, the idea of something
the whole
else,
Area 51 thing, yeah,
out of hiding and bring it into the mainstream. I should give you my disclaimer right off the bat. I am not an astronomer. I don't know anything about astronomy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I am an alien.
Well, I don't think we have to. We might have already discovered that. But the reality of this is they're starting to talk about it. They're starting to have conversations that I find very intriguing.
It is intriguing.
And the energy that I've been feeling lately is different than talking to the people of these purple papers.
Oh, so that's interesting.
So let me share something with you. As a guy that feels things, it's like I feel things on planes or levels, right? And this tells a different story than the energy I feel from beyond that bridge. It's more expansive. It tells a different story. There's a different message attached to it. And so there's a lot of energy about it. And I'm very intrigued. As I said, as I sit there at night and I look out there, and I look out in that starlight, I wonder what is looking back at me. I thought we should keep the show lighthearted today, right? Let's keep it light and let's go with the flow.
Well, Sci-Fi's been investigating and talking about this for
forever,
so long. Yeah,
forever.
And it is intriguing.
I think there's more.
I do too.
I think there's something else.
I've always thought there was.
Are we the only?
Can't be.
Are we the only ones? The only people that exist in the entire universe? Are we the only ones that exist there? Is there something else? Now, people will write in and say, well, there are angels and there are spirits and there is energy, and yes, maybe there are UFOs,
So
maybe
if you
there are
believe
aliens.
in that, why not
Why not?
possibility of
Well,
something more.
I think the problem is when you talk about the aliens and the UFOs, it has a negative energy attached to it.
Well, because it was
It's
always
threatening.
Yeah, people
It's
were
scary.
ostracized and
It's very scary, and
considered
people
loony.
and they hold back, and they hold back and really
But
sharing.
there have been so many accounts and so many stories, and now I think it's a Navy man who's come forth and said he actually spent time on Mars with greys,
Yes.
alien greys,
Yeah.
intelligent beings.
Yes.
And his story is quite
It's interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
I think what it's allowing us to do is to kind of explore our own thoughts about these experiences,
Yes.
and to see how vast the universe really is and what does exist out there, you know? Fox News reports that the UFOs now are coming out of some black holes out there, and they're beginning to identify them. No, I don't know. I haven't seen it. Have you been abducted? Come on, have you?
I've waved the flag a few times, but nobody
I
came.
asked them. I asked to be picked up, but they walked right by.
Get me out of here.
They walked past me and said, "No, we can't take him. We can't. He's too
I
much."
always wondered what was going on, if they would ever show up, or it was interesting to me. I always
It's
found it
really interesting. I think that what it's telling us is that the universe is big. It's enormous. It's more than what we imagine it to be. There's more to the story than we know. And people like me who feel the energy, because I'm not the only person that feels energy for sure, we're beginning to understand that the boundaries of where we've channeled thus far is expanding. It's expanding, and we're reaching new heights.
That's exciting.
It's very exciting. And listen, I've said this a million times. The messages that I get, they're never like, "Oh, you're in trouble," you know. It's not like
Right.
you've done wrong, or it's not
There's
that.
always something more.
There's something more, and it's expansive, and it's moving, and it's changing things. This NASA report says that they're beginning to look at life beyond Earth. And they're looking for other places in the world, in the universe, that has these beings. I call them intelligent light beings. It's what I call them. Because I generally feel, when I'm feeling whatever I feel.
Well, when you compare them to us humans.
Yeah, there's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the universe to me is mystical. It's very mysterious. As people say, God is mysterious.
But this is frightening to some people.
It's very frightening. Now, we may have people turn away right now because we're talking about it.
Right.
But we're just talking about it. If you want to share your thoughts about UFOs or aliens or anything like that, go to soulstoriestv@gmail.com and let us know what you're thinking. Because I'm so curious what people think. What are they thinking about this? Is there something more?
It's been a taboo subject.
It is a
for
very
many,
taboo
many years.
subject.
And now it's more, I think, I hate to say it, but I think Facebook has helped, because so
Sure.
many people have told their stories, or they share websites with information, and
Yeah.
now you're looking at this information saying, oh, this could be a possibility.
Yeah, and you see people on the social media sites that you wouldn't think would share that kind of story, and all
Right.
of a sudden they're all now exploring their own truth
Right.
or their own belief about the universe. So what is it that's beyond the stars? What universes lie beyond the stars? Is there a method of communication that's happening between us and it, whatever it is? And can that it influence our everyday lives? Is this just another level? There's another article here that say parallel worlds exist. So if you look at it, it's one universe near another and another and another and another, until all these universes connect with each other. So there's something happening here.
It's exciting.
I'm very thrilled by it. Now, I have been, as I've said for a long time, been feeling a lot of energy, but the energy has changed. It's changed.
I think it's changed for the non-medium people,
Sure.
too. People are becoming more sensitive to energy.
Yes.
And questioning it, and just being more aware of it. So we are expanding, I think, as it's
I think
exciting.
we are. I don't know if I should say this, but I think I saw one once.
Really?
I think that
Your
there's
whole
more.
filtering system just
It's just
stopped.
collapsed. I think there's something, maybe my kid is right. Maybe she's right when she says, Dad, you're not normal. And she said, I think you've always been an alien. You've always been an alien, she says. You've always been so different than anybody else I know. And really, the gist of our conversation is not really about the universe.
I'm looking at you now to see if
And the conversation isn't really about the universe.
No extra breathing apparatus.
No, thank you. It's about recognizing that, now here we go to the truth of the story, that we're all different.
Oh, yeah.
That my kid sees me in this way. And my faith allows me to believe that there's something beyond that border. It allows me to go beyond my own personal limitations.
Well, look, if you believe in God,
yes,
right, that takes a little something.
It takes a lot.
Because, I remember as a child reciting that God is everywhere, and we'd be looking around, who is God? God is everyone. God is everywhere. God is everything. And it was, how do you grasp that as a child, right? So how do you grasp this?
How do you grasp talking to your loved ones that are dead? How? How do you grasp that? These things are just beyond us, and we have to figure out how to have those conversations or feel that energy or have communication with those experiences. So the truth of this whole conversation, the cat's out of the bag now, guys. The truth is, it's okay that I'm not normal. It's okay that you're different.
Yeah.
It's okay that you see the world differently, that maybe this whole idea of these UFOs aren't something threatening, that it's part of something more. And the fact that I feel like I should talk about it now after 55 or 57 or 58 years of living, hey, maybe there's something more to the story.
Well, if everyone did embrace everyone's differences.
Yes.
Right?
That's the
Wouldn't
gist of this.
everything just be so much
That's the gist
easier?
of this conversation. You thought...
And I think our intelligence would expand as well as a race. I think we'd get rid of that low energy level of, well, you're not like me, or you don't believe in, you don't support the political person, and you don't belong to the same religious group, you're not the same skin color, or you're not the same. It's all that... I call it stupidity.
Look, did you think that we were going to go from...
I let that out of the bag.
Yeah, really. Did you think we were going to go from UFOs to asteroids to parallel worlds to us, to each individual? Because we're a spoke in the wheel. We're part of the universe. We're not separate from the universe.
Yeah.
If you believe that you're separate from the universe, then you'll have no impact or influence in your life or the world you live in.
That's a good point.
And so... it's okay to have your beliefs,
doing
whatever they are, because you just said it perfectly. It's hard to grasp God. How do you define God? How do you define an alien? Don't look at me like when I said that. I saw you look right at me when I... No, how do you define an alien? How do you define these things, right? Now, we know the astronomers have a handle on what exists out there, but I don't. I know by what I feel energetically. And the more that I feel things, the more that I'm coming to this revelation or this discovery that there is much more than I thought about when I was a kid. And there's much more than I know now than I did 5 days ago.
It's interesting that our leaders have always felt they needed to protect us from these truths, or if they are, and or just these experiences that may have happened.
I think it's going to be interesting moving forward. I think this is really, again, as I said, it's really not about UFOs and aliens and things like that. It's about really accepting who we are.
Yes.
It's accepting our role in our life experience. And if you believe one way or another way, you have to be accepted for what you believe and for what you see. I will be reporting back to you, though, the more energy I feel from that place beyond the bridge, I'm going to share it with you.
Oh, interesting.
The more that I feel, the more that I see, the more that I sense, I'm going to share it with you. But haven't you looked out there and wondered?
I've heard so many stories through the years. I was an entertainer for many years, and we traveled through the country. But I'm thinking back now. You have me thinking. I remember being in Missouri, and Joplin, Missouri, and there was a group of local people that we got to know, and they said, there's this place. and we've got to take you to see it. It was a dark country road, but and they took the whole group. It wasn't one of those situations, and they explained how they believed they had an extraterrestrial
Wow.
experience.
Wow.
And the way they described it, and I remember the markings from the road and the trees. It was interesting. But so there are many stories out there like this.
There
though.
are.
You know, the crop circles and all that stuff.
There's many stories.
Stonehenge and Nashville, Tennessee has a huge area like Stonehenge.
Oh, it does?
I didn't even know about.
Wow,
Yeah.
it does?
Yes, we have to go there.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Bus tour.
Yeah,
that would be
It
fun.
would be a great trip.
Oh, wow.
So
in Nashville?
Nashville. Who
Wow.
would've thunk it?
We gotta go. We gotta go
Get
check
that
out.
barbecue ready. We're coming.
We gotta check that out. So I'm curious what your perspective is about
Yeah.
the universe. Are there parallel universes? Are there multiple universes? Are there aliens? Are there UFOs?
travel. It's all a possibility.
Everything's a possibility. The minute you explore your own possibility, your own spoke in this wheel, the more that you can achieve, the more that you can access, the more that you can be. Now,
But what about fear, Roland?
well, there is fear.
Yeah.
There's fear about a lot of things, but I think the only way that I can help you through your fear or fear in general is that when I've had these feelings, there's never been fear attached to it.
Oh,
It's been
nice.
supportive or loving or even, as I said about these purple papers, it's all very loving. The universe, I think, is loving. I think that there is a stream of very wonderful energy. Maybe that's a little out there. Maybe I'm a little out there, but there is that feeling to me of love. And if we embrace that, then we can explore all avenues and go beyond the grid, go beyond the bridge, and see the possibility. I remember once being in my car, and my radio started going click, 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 and I said to myself, I'm going nuts. I thought I was going crazy. It was one of those Twilight Zone moments, and I'm thinking, am I losing my mind?
Wow.
And then it was very still in my car, and then I said, this is crazy. I shut the car off, and then my phone started going click, click, click.
The same sound.
Same sound, and so I don't know what to make of it. Yeah, raise your eyebrows to them. I don't know what to make
Glad
of
I sit in the back seat.
I don't know what to make of it, but it was an interesting experience. So this is day one for us. We're in UFO Alien 101, and we're just starting to touch the surface of the possibility. I'm not an expert in this at all. I'm only giving you my feelings and my perspective and my understanding thus far. But I think when I was thinking about this, it brought me back to my own truth. Who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose in life?
true.
That's what it did for me. That's what the whole universe does for me. It brings me back into my truth. Why am I here? Why are you here? Why are you here? And what is our purpose? What is our purpose? And if there are multiple universes, what is the purpose of all of this? And what is my role or your role, our role in the experience? So
In this place.
in this
here.
place,
Yeah.
because we're here. We're not out there,
Right.
We're not out there in the galaxies streaming around from one planet to the next, But we're here. We are here. There are some spiritual truths that I read about that I want to share with you that scientists are now finally starting to uncover or understand. Whew, this is exciting.
Give validation to.
This
is
is
exciting,
thrilling.
yeah.
Can you believe we started with asteroids? We're going down to what scientists say about spiritual truth. And this is, again, it's all tied together. We are spiritual beings on a human journey.
Right, exactly.
So no matter how bad I sit there in my yard looking up at that tiny little star that's streaming across the universe, I can't do anything but sit there because I'm living this human experience. I have to continue to expand my understanding and keep moving along. Second one, our souls never die. Can you believe it? Our souls never die. We change, our focus changes, so something happens. Right?
Yes,
What do you
yes.
think?
Definitely.
Everything is energy.
I think these purple papers are proof of that.
That's proof that we don't die, for sure. Everything is energy vibrating at a certain frequency. Everything.
Totally believe that.
Everything. Even our organs, our liver, our heart, our kidneys,
The
our brain.
scarf, which has changed position
Yes.
100 times.
Right. Everything here is energetic. It's all molecules and atoms tied together, creating this ripple of energy that seems to be able to spill out there somehow. Here's the next one. Our thoughts create reality. Our thoughts create reality. Maybe my reality is a little out there. Maybe.
Well,
Maybe our reality is a little out there.
could be.
Maybe you feel things you haven't. Maybe you feel things too. Maybe you sense
Or even
things.
beyond this.
Maybe.
Yeah, this conversation.
Maybe so. Time is an illusion. Is the
I've
next
always
one.
felt that.
Yeah, time is an illusion.
I've never won a watch.
Albert Einstein said it a long time ago, and he believed it, and he made these discoveries through his work. And then, ascension does not mean that you go anywhere. It means that you grow from inside out. It doesn't mean advancing this way. It means expanding that way. These are the six spiritual truths that come from spiritualunite.com. Well, this has been interesting.
It has been.
You know, this
you
has been
covered
an
a lot of
interesting-
material in a
I
little.
know. I can talk, man.
You scope the universe.
We scope-
You're
yeah,
going
that's a
where
I love that.
No man has gone before. On
We're
TV6.
We're at TV9, TV9, CCON TV9.
Well, we're going to be TV6 if I keep it up. We get beamed up.
Yeah, not only being, we're going to get kicked out if you don't know the station. Now, come on, CCON TV9. But anyways, this has been an interesting conversation with you. We're just sharing a little bit of information, trying to keep it lighthearted, because it's tough out there in the world. So here's a couple of thoughts I want to share with you. Diane, thank you very much for
Thank
being
you,
my
Roland.
co-host, and
It's so much fun.
to Kevin and Cody for putting up with us. We appreciate it, and everybody here at CCON TV9. First, find your truth. What is your truth? What do you believe? Stand by your belief. Stand by your truth. And allow no one or nothing to shatter your own belief. Stand in who you are and recognize that you are a spoke in this beautiful, magnificent wheel. And then take a very good look at your life. Do it right now. Stop what you're doing. If you're driving your car, don't stop it. Do it right now. Take a good look at your life. Look at it, see it, experience it for what it is. You are part of something extraordinary. You're part of the universe. You're maybe a speck in that starlight that gazes beyond my vision. This is a moment. So stop, take a look at your life, and enjoy it. And until next time, we send you love.